Hello, my name is Gustavo Castillo and I'm going to talk about the Cold War. The Cold War is mainly a rivalry between two superpowers, USA and Russia, or the Soviet Union, resulting by a substitution, heightened tension, and a sense of international incidents that brought the world's superpowers to the brink of chaos. I'm going to mention some of the important dates. 1955, defeat of Germany in Japan. February 4 to 11 of 1945, Jalta Conference, where uh, Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin meet. Uh, May 8 of 1955, VE Day or Victory in Europe. Germany surrenders. In August 6 and August 9 of 1945, USA drops bomb in Hiroshima named Little Boy and in Nagasaki named Fat Man. In August 14, Japan surrenders. In March 10 of 1946, Truman demands Russia to leave Iran. In June of 1947, Marshall's Plan began. In February 25 of 1948, communism starts in Czechoslovakia. September 4 of 1956, Russia sent military aid to Afghanistan. In October 4 and November 3rd of 1957, Sputnik and Sputnik 2 are launched to space, and Laika died in space. In May of 1960, Soviet Union reveals to US spy plane was shot down over Soviet territory. In November of 1963, Kennedy was assassinated. And in June 20 of 1969, Apollo 11 landed in the moon. And I could go on and say more important dates, but I will never finish, so my last date will be August of 1991. August 19 of 1991. The Cold War ends, and also the Soviet Union. The next point I'm going to touch is what the term Cold War refers to. It was called the Cold War because there was no directly fighting. I mean that it was more like a competition between those superpowers, those countries, for who country was the best, but not at fighting, the best as country. The next point is how each economic system, capitalism and socialism, works. Capitalism, trade industries, and the means of production are largely or entirely privately owned and operated for profit and are the base of this economic system. This means that there is like one owner. I mean, I can buy I don't know, a private school. I can buy a hot dog car even, and I'm the owner. I'm the only owner, and I'm the boss. Central characteristic of capitalism include private poverty, capital accumulation, and competitive marks. The main representative people, persons of this um, economic system is Louis Blanc, Karl Marx, and Friedrich Engels. The socialism is the opposite. There is no owner. It's a group of men, women that are the heads of a corporation or a social group that guide an economic management, or how can I mention it? That guys and something like the school that guys and what's the word, business. Thank you. For the interview I asked my dad. He was born in 1960, so he was the last 30 years of the war, being a baby and a young man, but he was there, so he knows. For the first question was, what countries were the world leaders during this period? He told me Russia and USA, and makes sense. Why did countries who were allies during the war become enemies afterwards? His answer was, because after war, these two countries were the main candidates to be the superpower, so they began fighting to demonstrate which one is the better. Where did the Cold War take place? Europe, Africa, Asia, and America. What opinion did the general public had about the Cold War, or have? He told me that it was a constant danger. The people of many nations had too much fear because they never knew when wars can explode. It was like being with a grenade in your hand. What type of weapon did the two world powers have at their disposal? He told me that this is why the Cold War makes the people have fear. Both countries had in their power nuclear and atomic bombs. These both bombs could even explode half of a planet. They destroy cities, and they destroy families, people, houses, cars. These bombs destroys everything where they pass. In my opinion, I think that it was good and bad, because both countries and the whole world advanced. scientific, which humanly, and made the world sorry, made the world be a place of danger and a place of modernism. The World War II and the Cold War bring a lot of advances, but not only the good ones. The atomic bomb, for example, were discovered during this by US. But after that, Japan showed to the world that not even a nuclear or atomic bomb could stop them. Now Japan is even better than Mexico. And now after two atomic bombs and a tsunami that attacked like 2 years ago, I think, Japan is better than Mexico. And Mexico don't even enter directly to war. They send a group, I don't know, but doesn't have an directly combat. And I don't know, Cold War were like an competition between Russia and USA, like I mentioned, for who was better, and Russia did something, USA does something better. Russia does something better and goes on and goes on and goes on, and without knowing, they both do magnificent works. I mean, it's hard to make what they did. I mean, USA sent a man to the moon, 1969, Neil Armstrong, and that was amazing. I mean, it's very far. So, in my opinion, Cold War, leaving bombs behind, it's one of the best wars, or the only war, because no one died. And I mean, that's the point, right? The supervivencial of the human race. I'm very, like, how can I say it? I'm very impressionated by the work of the scientifics. I mean, I want to be an engineer, so that's what it's more amazing to me. And that's all for my part. Thank you, teacher, and hope you have a good weekend, a good week, and hope see you soon. Thank you.